Hi, Marty and Asjha. How y'all doing?
Hi, how are you?
I am well. I am well. Black as Night was such a hip version on the vampire trope. You know, we've seen this done a million times, a million different ways. But this was a really like the dialogue was hip, the whole situation was hip, the clothes was hip, Asia was hip. It was just cool. It was really cool. But
Thank you.
I wanted to ask Asjha, girl, when you started acting and you went to school to train, did you think you was gonna be slaying vampires?
No, but I'm excited. I mean, I didn't even know if I could ever be a lead. When I started out, I wasn't seeing a lot of people that looked like me. So I was just very excited that I was provided this opportunity. This was just like literally a dream come true.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And Marty, I read somewhere that you started as an actress and then you made that transition into directing because you got tired of seeing people of color, especially Asian women being boxed in, so to speak. Is that correct?
Absolutely, 1000%. Uh, as soon as I moved to LA, I was typecast in a role such as the geisha, the nail technician, or the masseuse, and very, you know, I couldn't even play characters that could speak English. I saw no representation, and I decided to take that power into my own hands. I went to film school so that I could write, produce, and direct movies and television shows that represented us properly. I wanted to see fully fledged characters with vulnerabilities, with desires and dreams and flaws. And getting this movie was really a dream come true because everything I had wanted, I read within this character. Sherman Payne created such a beautiful story. And, even as a man, being able to write the inner workings of a woman's mind and really explore that was so powerful. And I felt seen through that. And so it was such an honor to work on something that I've been waiting for my whole life.
Oh, that's so beautifully expressed. Thank you for that.
Thank
Get it,
you.
Marty.
Yes. Thank
But now I'll flip it to Marty and talk about shooting in New Orleans and how there's been all these horror films. Like I think they shot JD's Revenge back in the day. They shot that in New Orleans, and that's like a legendary Black horror film. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Can you just speak
Yes.
to that for a second for me, if you don't?
I love that we shot New Orleans. It's one of my favorite places in the world. It has so much history. The buildings, the architecture are hundreds and hundreds of years old. So there's so much history embedded in the land. And the beautiful thing about the script is that it explores all of history, and we're telling this story of so much traumatic so many traumatic events and unrest that has built up through history. And so New Orleans was very easily the best place to shoot it because it's embedded there. You could see it in the buildings. The mansion that we shot at used to be a plantation. Those photos that we have within the movie are real photos. And so you go to somewhere like LA or like Florida where the buildings are 20 to 50 years old. They don't hold the same weight in the history that New Orleans has.
They keep talking about how beautiful your skin is and how dark your skin is. And that's something else that kind of struck me too, because in the Black community, oftentimes the darker your skin is, the more people seem to have issues. And I don't know what that's about. And I don't understand that. And I think it's stupid. But it happens all the time. So as a young chocolate melanated young actress, Asjha, how did you feel about playing a character that was empowering that and not being ashamed of it?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was telling Marty that, when I first read the script, that was something that I was so drawn to was the fact that it tackled colorism. And I was so drawn to Shauna because I really felt like, in a way, I was playing a younger version of myself because all of her insecurities I also dealt with growing up. Like when, she was wearing her hoodie in the middle of summer because she didn't want to get darker. I remember I would run from the front door of my house to the car and trying to be in the sun as little as possible because in our community, the darker you are, the more you're deemed unattractive and
Exactly.
desirable. And it's not true, but that's just what we've always been told, and that's also trauma that goes all the way back to slavery. It's embedded in that. Everything's like embedded from our past. And so I was really happy that this role was specifically carved out for a darker skinned Black woman. I was so happy about that. And I was happy that she was seen as desirable and worthy of love, and she was vulnerable and she was full-fledged, and she just wasn't like a stereotype, you know? And she was seen as beautiful, and I loved her journey of her finding her confidence and finding her security and her beauty from within. And I think it's important for young people to see. And so, yeah, I'm really proud.
And I am proud of you for communicating that, because I think it's important. And I think when some little young melanated girl watches this and hears you say those words, it's going to empower her. And even if she's not a little girl, even as a young woman, it will empower her. Even as a woman of my age, it will empower her, because we need to let folk know it doesn't matter what tone of melanin you are. We're all really beautiful, period. That's it.
That was amazingly said. That makes me want to cry. I love that.
Oh, Marty.
Thank you.
Well, this is my time, but I want to say this before I get up out of here. I am a huge proponent of women directors. I'm so happy that you were the person, attached to this film. You did a wonderful job, and I'm looking forward to seeing more work from you in the future. And Miss Asjha, I know I'll see you somewhere soon, so I'm not even worried about that. But I want to take the opportunity to thank both of you for your time today. Thank you so much for making time for me. I really appreciate it.
You are a beautiful soul. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.